Slow down? Slow down? What slow down? Somebody forgot to tell him. I know, this world is in a financial crisis. Our retirement savings are going down the drain. Interest rates are plummeting down into the cellar. And banks are failing. Budgets are tighter than ever. The world is downsizing Christmas, for goodness sakes. How can you downsize Christmas? Christmas is about celebration and about love. It's no doubt that the world is in a pickle. But with a pickle comes a bologna sandwich. Now, what do I mean by that? In another word, there might be something more to it than meets the eye. Perhaps there's actually opportunity in crisis. You know, human beings tend to learn better when they're under stress, when they're in a situation where they have to suddenly pay attention. It's the fight or flight syndrome. When I watched my own retirement savings dwindle down to the size of a lima bean in the last year, I realized it was time to take inventory of my life. It was time to actually look at the number of years that I spent sacrificing to build up said retirement fund that ended up dwindling down and going poof in the night. I thought of all the time that I spent working towards something that could disappear at any moment. It actually made me reflect on a decision that I made way back when I was working for corporate America. At the time, I was juggling new motherhood with corporate America and a job that was very demanding, putting my child into daycare, rushing from one place to the next, never really relaxing, and realizing by Friday that I was so burnt out, I didn't know how to actually do it all over again on Monday. It was after about 6 months of failure that I realized I can't do this. I'm not going to survive this type of rat race. I need to make a change. So I chucked the paycheck. I chucked the health benefits. I chucked investing into my 401k. And I started to live a life of my dreams. Now, I would be lying to you if I told you that it was easy or that it was a sudden change. I mean, changing jobs from one to the next, from working for profit to a less profitable enterprise, is a major change. But I would say that my attitude and my way of thinking did not change radically. In fact, it took a long time and in bite-sized pieces for me to make that transition. It is a decision, however, that I will never forget. Because what I learned in failure, whether it's a bank failure or whether it's a failure in attempting to live a life that in the end doesn't work for you, even though you thought in the beginning that it did, that there is actually opportunity in that failure. There's an opportunity to learn what it is that you don't want. All along I realized that living your dreams doesn't always mean, or doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice your sanity, or that you have to sacrifice what it is that you love to do. Au contraire, you can actually live the life of your dreams while loving what it is that you do. So I decided to write a book called The Power of Slow, 101 Ways to Save Time in Our 24/7 World, to bring to people the magic of living your passion and to living a more mindful life. Because in reality, we may not have the retirement savings that we set off to have, or that we had and then didn't have, but what we do have is our time. That is our bank account, and that is what matters. So what are you going to do with your time today, going forward? Write to me and tell me at Christine@diaryofamother.com. I'd love to hear from you.